Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my second and final unboxing of a Datebox by Happily Co. Some quick information about them. They have plans that start at $7.99 a month. I believe those are just going to be things sent to you electronically. You will not get anything actually physically in the mail for those. The boxes are $39.99 a month if you pay by the month. If you choose to get a 3-month subscription, that price drops by about $3 a box. And if you are willing to spring for a 6-month subscription, the boxes are then dropped down to $33 a box. But before you do that, you might want to stick around and watch my review. Before I go into much further detail, I do want to say that the company had good customer service, and when I decided to end my subscription, they did reach out and try to be nice, and they offered me a few discounts and to give them more feedback so that they could tailor the boxes better to my own personal tastes. But my daughter Vivian had a valid point when I was telling her about the boxes. She said that these boxes seem to be aimed at, like, what did you say exactly, Vivi? People in their 20s? Or
yeah, that didn't have kids.
Yeah.
And, we're running out of, they go out to dinner, all the time. They need, big, crazy things.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It was
mainly that they don't have kids.
These boxes seem kind of to be aimed at people that are maybe earlier in their relationship or still getting to know each other. I don't know. Something about the boxes just didn't click with my husband and I asked him to be in this video just like I asked him to be in the last one, and he said no thank you. And he said no thank you to even participating in this box. So my last box, it was a kit to make macaroons and then an escape game that had to do with getting off of a cruise ship. I've done a little research online, and it seems like that game is what they send to almost everyone for their first box, which I don't know why, because I don't think it was that great or that fun. It's like they think that they're all in on that particular box item, and we didn't enjoy it or have that much fun. So we also chose not to do the baking activity last time because I do a lot of baking anyway, and that's not really something we would enjoy particularly doing together. So it was a little bit of a disappointment when this month's box came. So let me go ahead and open it up and tell you what's inside. My husband and I are coming up on 20 years of marriage in March. So
That's a long time.
yeah.
That's a long time.
So when you get the box, they have a way for you to go ahead and open it up without peeking ahead of time. But if you need to get any items before the date to make the date successful, you can see what those are going to be. This particular one had a British theme. I think that's what they're going for with that. It says it's time for your date, and then it tells you your prep is that you're going to need a kettle or pot, a baking sheet, parchment paper, or silicone mat, and then you're going to need salt, butter, egg, and milk, or if you're dairy free, you're going to need salt, coconut milk, and vanilla extract. At first I thought you needed all 7 of those items. So right there, you're gonna need to go ahead and get a couple dollars worth of items to be able to make this box work. On the night of your date, you're supposed to finally have all that stuff ready and then go ahead and open up the box. And it says, welcome to your date. We're taking a trip to jolly old England tonight. It's the Victorian era. Think Charles Dickens, Emily Bronte, and lots of tea. You'll play a custom game, have tea and scones, and create some secret love notes to share with each other. And then they want you to go on social media and use their hashtag and stuff. And then inside there are conversation starters, a custom playlist, a scone kit, black tea, and a game that's called Presume Nothing.
Hey, Mommy. Do you need conversation starters after 20 years of marriage?
Honestly, I don't think it's the worst thing. Especially when you have been together for a really long time, you kind of already know a lot of things about each other.
To talk about.
Well, and then a lot of time when you have young kids, a lot of your time spent together is focused on the kids and figuring out how to take care of them, the scheduling, all the stuff that goes with kids. And then as your kids get older, you're going to have to kind of refocus your relationship and sort of find each other as a couple again and re-explore what it means to be a couple without kids, which is kind of a whole different ballgame because, you've had them for 18 years. And if they're moving out of the house and then you're sort of starting over, who are we?
Oh, hi.
What do we talk about if we don't have to talk about who's getting the kids where and everyone's schedules and things? So I don't think discussion questions are necessarily a bad idea. I will look at these and see if I think that they work for people that have been together for 20 years though. So every box comes with a Spotify playlist. They tell you where to go for that. And this one says, PG Tips has been the go-to tea for most Brits since 1869. Again, this is not a great fit for our family because we drink tea several times a day, all of us.
Not to mention, we've been to England.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went there.
Yeah, we've actually been to England, so we don't need like a box to kind of take us there. I feel bad saying that, but like, you know, first world problems or whatever. It's not like a special exciting thing for us to have a cup of tea. And also like monetarily, what value is that adding to the box? It's like maybe $1, you know? The whole time I'm explaining what's in this box, I want you to keep in mind it was $40. $40. Okay.
Hey, Mommy.
What?
Did you check out the Spotify playlist?
I have not. I should. You should look it up for me. It's called the Happily Co. /Spotify. Oh, I think here are our discussion questions. What historical time period would you go back to live in if you could? What's your favorite detective movie or show of all time? If you could take a trip to London.
Huh. Hey, Mom. You can take a trip to London. Just like if you could. I know that's something that'll never ever happen.
If you could take a trip to London, what are the top sites you would like to visit? And then what's your favorite part of date night with each other? Like, I don't know. My husband's not a joiner. I don't see him like buying in and like being excited about answering any of those. So,
I mean, he's a little kind of like...
he's a tough audience.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, but also like...
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think like me calling it that.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, Sissy.
All right.
Your favorite part of date night with each other?
So,
Because I was trying to come up with a joke answer and I have no clue. I was like, the kissing? I don't know.
it's a weird thing to answer. Like, what
would you say?
getting dressed up? Like,
Not even anything to do with him.
well, I mean, like, but we spend a lot of time together, but we don't always spend a lot of time together where we've actually, like, especially given the COVID times, like, where we put a lot of effort into our appearance. So again, $40. So far, we've gotten a piece of cardboard,
Wait,
a couple pieces of cardboard.
something funny. What's your favorite part of date night with the other? When it ends. Then I get to leave.
But here's where I guess the bulk of the money for this box is in these two items, the game and the scones and tea kit. Did you find the Spotify playlist? I don't know that the playlists match the theme because I think the way that they run their company is they just keep sticking things in boxes.
It just says, here are some of our favorite tunes from 2020. So it has Blinding White, Before You Go, Louis Capaldi, Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
They should have given us some 1800s bops.
I know. We tried the playlist when we were doing the escape thing and it didn't like match. So I think they make their playlist, but everybody getting the box each month could be getting different boxes. Because this game, they probably already used this with other people. And because I'm new, I haven't had it yet. So it behooves them to try and use these games up on people that haven't had it yet. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. If you also get this box and you got this same game, let me know. Why did they scratch out the word mission? Welcome to Mission, Victorian England.
Because that's too...
Because it's too similar to last month.
The shade. Imagine if they find this YouTube video like Grove did.
There was a lady that I found her channel because I was looking at the analytics for my channel, and a lot of people were finding my Happily Co video because they had seen hers. Somehow mine was like linked like as a suggested after hers, and she went off.
Ooh.
Her channel's name is 50 Shades of Mom, and she hated the box so much that she wanted her money back. And the company was like, no, we don't do that. So she was like, well, then I am going to roast you on social media,
Papa!
which she did. So here's supposedly the value in this box, this game thing, and this kit. It says, Elo loves scones and tea, which, like, it's cute, but I will probably just discard this. Like, when am I going to use this bag again?
Scones and teeth.
Like,
Put your scones in there. Is there still a scone mix inside?
yes.
We should make the scones tonight.
Okay.
Let's make scones tonight.
Oh, gross, y'all.
Oh, what?
It's gluten-free flour. Not to be whatever, but like,
They could have asked if you needed it to be gluten-free.
yeah. So gluten-free flour, some sugar, 2 wadded up, sad-looking tea bags.
Show us the tea bags.
Oh.
Ugh.
Ugh.
What kind of tea is it?
Just regular black.
Just a regular black tea?
Yeah, but supposedly it's tips, like PG Tips. PG Tips has been the go-to tea for most Brits since 1869. Use 1 bag per cup, duh. Add freshly boiled water, duh. And brew for 1 to 3 minutes to your desired strength. Enjoy as is, no. Or add sugar, yes. Honey, milk, or lemon.
Bro, who's putting honey in black tea? Serious
thing.
question? It's gross.
Yeah.
If you're
gross.
trying not to eat refined sugar, but you want sweet tea, you put honey in it.
Also, how do we know if it's peach chips?
That's exactly what I'm
It's wadded up
thinking.
in this plastic bag.
And it's all like, it hasn't traveled well. Like, it's just not, no. Like, it's
Sorry,
not a good
y'all.
presentation. So,
Anyway.
yeah, I just would have preferred, if I wanted gluten-free, that they send me gluten-free, or if that's not a concern for me, that I just get regular. I mean, I'll put down in the box after we make these if they are depressing.
Or we could just figure out how much flour that is.
Yeah.
Normal flour.
That's probably what we're gonna do. Okay. All right, here's actually something I am a tiny bit happy about, I guess. They have the little, you can get these, what, at Cracker Barrel? These little jars of, the little jars of jam. So, don't they get,
Yeah.
this is what they give you at Cracker Barrel?
I feel like Cracker Barrel has the little plastic ones.
Okay,
Well, they have them at hotels.
at hotels
Yeah.
or on an airplane or something, yeah. The little strawberry jam. That part's cute. I like that it's actually a name brand and they didn't just like scoop some jelly into a plastic bag and send that to me.
They're like, cut the corner and squirt.
Here's the baking powder and the directions for the scones.
Imagine if it's set up like the technical challenge and they're like, and now bake. Stir.
It's written in riddles and rhyme.
We could make these cranberry orange if we wanted. There's
Ooh.
like, if we want to add chopped cranberries and grated orange zest, we could. Or we could make them blueberry lemon. So, I mean, again, monetarily, like, I understand there's time and effort in coming up with these ideas, but as far as how much actual product in here, right now, I'm guessing we're looking at $5.
You could get all of this at Walmart for less.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I had to actually buy a whole thing of flour, a whole thing of sugar, I'm still maybe looking at $6 or $7. So, this game then should be worth $33. This game should be
We're depending on you, game. What's it called?
It is called Presume Nothing, and on the back, I don't know if you can see that.
There we go.
I don't know why, but they have scratched out a word on the back. They scratched out the word mission. It did say welcome to Mission Victorian England, and now it just says welcome to Victorian England. I don't know why.
Is it supposed to be like a bit for
A
some
design
reason?
thing, or did they actually take a Sharpie to it?
It looks like a Sharpie.
I think it's part of the design.
All right.
Well,
If it is, I'll edit that part out.
Still,
Hello?
Weird.
All right, down on the bottom it says a killer is on the loose and could be closer than you think. That's romantic. Clear all of the suspects to find the killer, but watch out. They're also on the hunt for you. Presume Nothing is a deduction and hidden identity game for 2 players. Each player receives a role known only to them. Their role determines their available moves and path to victory. The game plays in about 10 to 20 minutes.
Wow. $30 for 10 to 20 minutes.
$3 a minute?
$3 a minute, huh?
Yeah, this game just doesn't even sound fun to me. I'm sorry.
Read something on, is there cards inside?
So there's a suspect deck that you arrange in a grid of 5 by 5. So there's 25 suspects. So it sounds a tiny bit like Clue, in that you're sort of like eliminating certain options as you play the game.
Like, guess who?
Or what's that game that you like to play with your friends? Like
Who?
the murder game?
Mafia?
Yeah, that. Is it
/ werewolf.
like, let's say Daddy was the killer. I'm trying to figure out, it's like playing Guess Who a little bit, like as a little
I
kid.
said that.
Yeah.
It's a little baby game for babies.
So, I don't know. Y'all, we've been married 20 years. It's COVID times. We can't go out very much because we're trying to be careful.
Hey, Mommy,
What?
if you want to play board games, I have a lot of board games. You do not need to spend $40
Well,
on
that's
a
the
box.
other thing. Is that this box is the same exact box as the last box.
Yeah.
And also, you can play that game, like, what, once?
Yeah, it
Why not
doesn't.
just buy a board game for the same amount of money,
That's what the lady that, like,
go out to dinner, and then have a game that lasts you for, like, 40 years?
that's what the lady that I was watching, she's like, I could buy 4 sets of Clue for the amount that it cost for this game. So, yeah, the last box we didn't enjoy because it was like a mystery type game that we weren't that into, and it was baking. And then this box came and it was basically the same exact thing. So I was like, done. We're done. So I went in and I unsubscribed, and that's why I can afford my Vino box instead. So we get bottles of wine instead of this. So
And I watched that video, and that was like a lot of stuff.
yeah, for the same price as this,
For real?
basically. Yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
yeah.
Jeez.
So
Rip off.
sorry, Datebox by Happily Co. I know some people enjoy this, and I'm glad for them, but for me, it's just not a good value, and I'd rather come up with our own date. And I'm a good cook, so I can make us a good meal for less than $40.
Papa.
All right, thanks for watching. I'll leave the link down below in case you are interested and want to learn more. I'm not going to try and leave any kind of promo. What's that called? I'm not going to leave you any kind of code that's going to get me any kind of discount because, like I said, I'm not subscribing anymore. All right, thanks so much for watching. I will see you next week. Bye.